There is this whole saga concerning Mohnish Pabrai and his investment in Alibaba and Tencent. And it is going on for over 2 years right now. And just recently, we got a new interview in which Mohnish Pabrai commented on this investment, and he talked about his views about how he handled the whole situation, and he even talks about his plans what to do with this investment next. And for those who don't know, Mohnish Pabrai is one of the greatest value investors, and he calls himself a shameless cloner because he copies the ideas from other people, he copies the way they try to find value and find good businesses. And he also wrote this book, The Dando Investor, and it really is a must read. So, just to recap the whole Alibaba investment. In Q1 2021, Mohnish Pabrai bought Alibaba. In Q2, he added another 50%. But in Q3 2021, he sold 77% of his stock. And in Q4 2021, he sold everything. And we all started to wonder why. Did he change his mind on Alibaba, or did he find something in the company that changed the thesis of the whole investment? So why did he sell Baba just few months after investing in it? And then we got an incredible interview made by people from Everything Money YouTube channel. And if you want to see the whole interview, then there will be a link in the description below. And I strongly encourage you to do so because it's really interesting. So this is what Mohnish had to say about the whole situation at the end of 2021.
What I did with the Tencent Alibaba deal was I sold Alibaba. I moved the proceeds to Process. Not Tencent, because Process is even better than Tencent. And I never needed to buy Alibaba back again because I thought the Tencent business was superior to the Alibaba business. So it was killing multiple birds with one stone, where I'm moving from a business that's good to a business that's even better. I get the tax loss harvest, and I would have been willing to buy Process at the higher price. I still got it at a lower price, so it's all okay.
So he sold Alibaba to make some tax harvesting and at the same time to relocate money into Prosus, which is a company that owns around 30% of Tencent, which is a company that Mohnish believes is a better company than Alibaba. And he strongly believed in Alibaba when he bought it. But later on in this interview, he explains why he believes that Prosus and Tencent is actually a better company and a better investment in a long term. Okay, so back to the present. And now Prosus and Alibaba are both over 20% down from the beginning of the year. And I started to wonder, how does Mohnish cope with the fact that the stocks are down? Because as we know, investing is mainly about psychology. It is more about our state of mind than actually our IQ. So what does he think about this investment 3 quarters down the road? And just recently we got the answer. Because Mohnish gave a Q&A session for Asian Institute of Technology in Bangkok. And if you want to see the whole Q&A session, then there will be a link in the description below. And I encourage you to see it because it's really, really interesting. Okay, so this is what Mohnish had to say about his investment in Alibaba and Tencent.
So we had made an investment in Alibaba, for example, and it went down a fair amount. Then I noticed after that Tencent also had gone down a fair amount. What we did is we swapped. I came to the conclusion between those two businesses that Tencent was the better business. I made the swap because we got a tax benefit from tax loss selling. Time will tell if that was the right decision. I think that's okay because we kind of swapped one for very similar business, but with somewhat superior economics, I think. But I think that if I had done nothing at all, just kept that position, that's also perfectly fine. And that might be also just fine. So time will tell what happens here. We have to keep in mind what John Templeton says, that we're going to have a high error rate and we should not be trigger happy. So it's really hard to figure out what these businesses look like 10 years from now. That's not so easy to figure out, but there is enough of a case to be made that they could be doing a lot better than today, 10 years from now. And if there's a reasonable possibility of that, then we just want to leave it alone.
It is really interesting how humble he is, that he's open to the idea that he might be wrong, that maybe swapping from Baba to Tencent wasn't such a good idea. Maybe holding on to Baba would work just as well. And he is one of the greatest value investors, and at the same time he allows himself to have doubts. He believes that he just has to be patient and wait and see if he was right. So let's be shameless cloners of Mohnish and just let's be patient with our investments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.